What is up, guys? I'm Cassie from Anchored by Books, and today I'm going to do my June/July wrap-up. And I did pretty damn good, I must say. I read like 10 books, I think. Some are ebooks, some are graphic novels, some are actual like novel books, whatever. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with June. The first book I read in June was Fallen Angel by David Lamore. I was given a copy of this ebook for an honors review by the author, and this was a tough one. I want to be honest in my reviews, but I don't want to bash an author because I know how hard they work on their novels, and it's not fair for me to sit there and bash it. But this wasn't my favorite novel in the whole wide world. This follows a girl named Evelyn whose parents die, so she has to move from New York down to like the middle of nowhere with her aunt and uncle, and she meets this guy named Hale. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. And she starts seeing angels and demons, and she can't quite figure out what's going on. And then she figured out that it is connected to the boy that she met. And I didn't like the guy that she met. I didn't like him at all. I feel like he was kind of pointless. I felt like Angels wasn't as big of a plot as I would have liked it to be. However, there was another guy in this book. I can't think of his name right now, but he was so awesome. Like, she treated him kind of like crap, but he still wanted to do nothing but help her, and I found that so admirable. So because of him, I give this book 3 out of 5 stars. After that, I read Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. This is a book of poetry about a woman, and you kind of learn about her life, love, loss, heartbreak, all of that fun stuff. Honestly, I found it kind of underwhelming. I didn't really connect with very many of the poems. Maybe I'm just not much of a poem person, I'm not sure. And there were some poems I liked, don't get me wrong, but this just wasn't my cup of tea. And I know some people are like, oh my god, this is the best book ever. And that's awesome, but I just don't think poetry's for me. So I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. That is all I read in June. Then in July, I read this, The Loose Ends List by Carrie Firestone. I loved the hell out of this book. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I actually already posted a review, so I'll put that somewhere on the screen in the description below. Just to give you a quick little thing about what it's about a girl named Maddie who finds out her grandma has terminal cancer, so her grandmother pays for her whole entire family to go on this cruise, and at the end of the cruise, her grandmother dies, which is not a spoiler. You know this very upfront because she chooses to kill herself. Not so much suicide, more like an assisted suicide thing with help of doctors and under medical supervision. But it was phenomenal, and I enjoyed this book immensely, so I will link my review so you guys can check it out. After that, I read Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven and Other Tales, and this is a graphic novel. This was really cool. I love Edgar Allan Poe. I love how dark he is. Since I like graphic novels, I thought I'd pick this up. I saw this at Barnes & Noble for like $5, $6, $7, and I really enjoyed it. It was creepy, it was dark, it was normal, but I loved it. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. If you guys like graphic novels, if you guys like Edgar Allan Poe, pick this up. It is worth it. After that, I read City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. This is the 3rd book in the Mortal Instruments series. I am reading it for the very first time, and I must say this wasn't my favorite book in the series. I loved the beginning, I loved the end, the middle I felt was bleh. I don't know, it wasn't my favorite installment in the series, but I did still enjoy it. I love Simon. I don't like Jocelyn. I don't know if most people don't like her, or maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I didn't like her. I'm not really a big fan of Clary, but I'm not reading the series for Clary, so sorry girl. I will definitely continue on with the series, but I'm going to take a little break for a while just because this book wasn't my favorite. However, I still did give it 4 out of 5 stars. After that, I picked up More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. Now, I must say, I wasn't planning on reading this book, but I got some gift cards from Barnes & Noble for my birthday, and I saw this copy, and I'm like, oh, cover change. I like the original cover, but I like this one too. So I picked this one up. And it shocked me. I could not believe I liked it. I really liked it. This is my very first LGBT kind of book. This book follows our main character named Aaron, who goes through a family tragedy, and he confides in this new friend. Then he realizes he might have feelings for his friend, and it kind of unravels from there. This book has some kind, I don't know if paranormal is the right kind of, there's just this extra element in here that's not quite contemporary, it's kind of paranormal, don't know what to call it, but it was really interesting, and he kind of finds out who he really is and how as much as you try, you can't push down who you really are. You can't hide who you really are. And I love that aspect of the book. I feel like everyone should realize that, including myself, that there's no point in hiding who you really are. Who you really are is a wonderful person, and there's no point of you trying to hide that from others. So I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, probably more 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would definitely be picking up Adam Silvera's next book. I think it comes out in January of 2017. No idea what it's about, but I will definitely pick it up. After I read that, I picked up Zenith. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is the first part of a new book that our very own Sasha from Books Utopia and Lindsay Cummings wrote, and it is about a girl who is a space pirate, and she is the captain of this ship, and she has an all-female crew, and they get caught, and shit. Did I just say shit? And stuff goes haywire, and it was pretty interesting. I really liked it. I can't wait to see where they're taking this, because I feel like it's gonna end pretty well, even though I don't know how many parts there's gonna be to this book or anything. I really liked it, so kudos to you, Sasha. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see where this goes. After that, I read Don't Go Where I Can't Follow, which was a graphic novel / memoir by Anders Nielsen. This is about a man whose girlfriend gets cancer and she ends up passing away, and it shows you like the letters that they wrote to each other, pictures on vacations they went through. And it's kind of cool because you see how they were before she got sick, while she was sick, and after she passed. I did enjoy this book. It wasn't my favorite in the world, but I feel like when I say that it sounds so harsh, but I really don't mean it that way. I did give it 3 out of 5 stars. After that, I read In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Jen Wang. This is another graphic novel about a girl who ends up playing this online game, and in this online game realm, she is paid to do this mission, or multiple missions, I guess you could say, and she ends up meeting this boy from China, I think it is, and he needs help, and she's trying to figure out how to help him through the game. It was really interesting. I really liked it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. This, I think, was pretty popular last year on BookTube. You see what's happening in the real world, and you also see what's happening in this game, but how the game and the real world are intertwined. It was very cool. After that, I read What Lies Beneath by Richard Denny. I don't know if you guys can see that either. He's also a fellow YouTuber. I think what's his channel called now? He changed it. I think it's Books and Bullshit, I think is what it's called. This book was so cool. It was so dark and creepy. It's about a girl whose boyfriend tries to kill her by drowning her, and she can't really remember what happens that night. So throughout the novel, or throughout the book, she figures out what really happened, and there's paranormal elements, and it was just so cool and creepy. If you like that kind of stuff, it kind of reminded me of Edgar Allan Poe and the creepiness, or like an April Genevieve Tolkien book and the creepiness. It was really good. So I give this book 5 out of 5 stars because I freaking loved it. I read it in the middle of the night like an idiot and had to turn on all the lights, but it was so good, and I would definitely be reading anything else he reads. Pick it up. I think it's like $1.99 or something on Amazon or on the Kindle app or whatever. Really good. So that is it for this video, guys. If you like this video, do not forget to hit that like button. I will link all of my social media down below: Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, all that fun stuff right down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!